What's up, friends? So today, I have a very important topic. It's not going to take very long, but it's going to begin with a question. And the question is, are you a pillar for truth? Now, in Galatians 2:9, Paul calls James, Peter, and John pillars of the faith. And so, in context of the Bible, as well as Jewish history, a pillar is somebody with influence and authority. Now, we know that a physical pillar is there for support, but it's also there for decoration as well. Now, First Peter 2:25 tells us that we're living stones that God is building into his spiritual temple and we're his holy priest. In other words, the church is a beautiful temple for God, but we're alive. But then it goes on to say that we're also priests. Now, what do priests do? Well, priests offer sacrifices for God as a sweet smell. So First Timothy 3:15 tells us this is the church of the living God, which is the pillar and foundation of truth, which is all to say that we represent the Lord. And so when people come in to meet him, they're going to walk past you. So we should all be carrying the same message, or what's going to happen? The roof is going to collapse. But we should also be representing God's beauty and who he is. So how you act and how you talk, this is what's going to determine how they perceive God. And so we as the church, we still have influence in this world because Jesus gave us that authority. Meaning that Christians make the church as beautiful or as ugly based on our ability to uphold truth. And friends, people in this hour, they're searching for that truth, but they're searching in all the wrong places, but yet we're the ones who have what they need. And for the most part, the church is not doing a very good job at relaying the message. So of course, most people really don't want any part of us. But can I also say that most Christians really don't even study the Bible enough to give an answer for when they're asked questions about it. Now, I do partly blame the pastors for that because they're not preaching the whole counsel of God. Now, let me sum up that counsel, especially the New Testament, fairly quickly. It's there to teach you how to grow up and be like Jesus, to turn away from the world, to start walking this thing out the way that the Lord is asking us to in his word. Why? Because you're a pillar that represents him to the world. And so today's the day to start representing him rightly, friends. Until next time, God bless you. Shalom.